This is Photo Wars. My name is Tim Shields, and I'm a landscape photographer.
My name is Chris Collicott, and I'm a landscape photographer.
And we are going head to edit 5 photos, but we only have 2 minutes per photo, and you are going to decide who is the winner. Our producer and referee for this event is Fernando Juarez.
Hello, gentlemen. Are you ready?
We are ready, and we're about to get started with this beautiful panorama taken by Derek Trapp, and we have both not edited this photo.
Okay, we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay,
All right.
Let's go with Tim and tell us, Tim, what is going to be your strategy for this photo?
Yeah, well, it's got such a beautiful sky. I want to drop down the highlights and open up the shadows. I want to add some dehaze to bring out lots of drama in the sky. I love this sky so much. I want to also create a mask on the sky, and this is a big panorama actually, so I'm losing valuable seconds by creating a mask, but I really want to brighten up the city, and I'm waiting for this mask to be created. Come on, computer, go. There it is, and I'm going to invert and duplicate the mask, and now I have a mask for the city, and now I can just brighten up the city without brightening up the sky.
Okay, thank you, Tim. We have a little bit more than a minute, and we will go with Chris. Chris, what are you doing?
Well, I'm obviously going to be having a similar strategy because, there's a big difference between the sky and the foreground, but I'm also going to take a chance to crop the image a little bit just to make sure that everything is going to look really nice in terms of the overall composition. And this is such a beautiful image to work with. That's why I really like it. Now, what I can find here is that there's a lot of different settings I can possibly do. This area right here is still a little bit on the bright side, so I am also going to detect the sky, which is taking a while, just like Tim, and see if I can darken that just a little bit.
No stealing my tactics, though.
Yes, that's
It's up.
right.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
No,
30 seconds,
here we
no.
go.
I need more time. That's the problem with this.
Oh, yes, and this is such a beautiful photo to work with. Just an amazing photo, Derek. Good job on that, and let's see what we can do
amazing
here.
job from Derek Trapp. And this is the city of Calgary, by the way, and this is why you need to really...
Okay, heads up. 10,
Oh, no.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, gentlemen. Time's up.
Time's up.
Time's
okay.
up. Okay, there we go.
We're looking at my edit of Derek Trapp's photo of the city of Calgary. I brightened the foreground so that you could really see it, and I also gave some real pop to the sky. Now let's take a look at Chris's. And Chris, you didn't darken the land. It looks a lot more moody. I'm going to go back to mine and back to Chris's. I think I know which one I like better. And what do you think? I want to see your comments in the chat, like who won.
And then we have to explain why we like which one we like. So
I'm going to say I like yours better.
Oh, okay.
I definitely like yours better. There's a moodiness to it, and there's a lot of parts to the foreground that aren't overly beautiful in that cityscape. And not having it so bright actually helps with that. It kind of draws my eye more to the background and to the sky. So yeah, I'm giving that one to you, man.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well done. I think that I wanted to see what it would look like with a tighter crop.
Right.
So I cropped pretty tight to the right side of the tallest buildings. I just wanted to see more of that downtown core.
Right.
But I think I over brightened my foreground, and that ruined it. I like my crop better,
Yes.
but I don't like my brightened foreground better.
Okay. The way I saw my images, I really wanted to get the light from the sky to reflect back onto the buildings. So it has to be a similar color tone. And since it's pretty dark straight up in reality, that's why I didn't want it to be too bright, because I think about the reflection from the sky, the amount of light that's actually landing back on the city.
Yeah.
And in a way, this foreground is behind the shadow of the sunset too. So on yours, it's, definitely you can see more detail in the foreground. Personally, I find it's a bit blue-ish.
Yep, a little too blue.
And then maybe a little bit blown out in the sky where that sun is.
Yeah. Okay. We're ready for the next one.
Okay, photographers, are you both ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so this is a beautiful Milky Way photo that was taken by Wendy Klein. She's an award-winning international photographer. She puts on workshops, actually, all around the world. And I'm not sure if this was Madagascar or where it was. What do you think, Chris? Where does this look like it was taken?
Yeah, somewhere not in North America. That's all I can say. I have no idea. Yeah, it looks like Madagascar or some faraway country.
Those unique trees that they have in Madagascar.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's got to be what it is. So what are you trying to do, Chris?
Well, right now there is a little bit of noise, so I'm going to take the chance and do some noise reduction here. Not to give you any hints, but yeah, especially in that foreground. It's not an HDR, but it's got a beautiful Milky Way. So let's see how this is going to be turning out. And yes, I am eating up a lot of my time here, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Okay, gets up. About a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm loving the color tones in the sky here, and I just want to do some real painting with light. I want to as well kind of see the tree trunk a little bit, and I'm just working as fast as I can. How much time do we have left, Fernando?
Okay, 48 seconds.
Oh no!
Oh wow. Okay, that's still lots of time, right? No.
Yeah, so much time.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is speed editing is what this is, and I'm actually trying to enhance some of the color tones in the sky. There's blues, there's orange.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Okay, and also we've got the core of the Milky Way. What are you doing to the core of the Milky Way, Chris?
Well, right now I'm going to try to create a little bit of contrast in there so it can really stand out compared to the rest of the image.
Okay,
that's really
you
the
got it
key
wrong,
part.
guys. 15 seconds.
Okay.
Oh no!
Here we
Oh no!
go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay,
I'm just finished early. I'm finished early.
Okay, time's up. Okay, time's up.
Okay, beautiful photo from Wendy Klein. I'm looking at Chris's photo first. It's on my screen, and I'm seeing a pretty dark foreground. I don't see much of the trunk on the tree. And on the Tim edit, I went for a little more light on the foreground, more light on the trunk of the tree. And I wanted to see more of a transition between the cold blue color tones moving into warm color tones of orange on the bottom.
Definitely in terms of mine, I guess the way I saw it is that it's so dark you wouldn't really see. It's more of a silhouette of the tree. I do like yours because it's got a lot more color to it. When I did mine, I try to remove the color, try to get that, that nice dark black kind of background. So it's hard for me to tell, but at first glance, I do think yours has a little bit more of a wow factor. In terms of the actual Milky Way, I personally think I made mine jump out just a little bit more.
Your Milky Way pops more. Definitely.
Right.
Absolutely. So the big question is,
yeah,
what do you think? So drop a comment in the
and let us know why too, right?
Yeah, it can't just be photo number 1. It's like, tell us why. And this photo was taken by Albert Teo, and we've got 2 beautiful birds. I don't know what kind they are, but I love the balance and symmetry going on here.
Beautiful birds.
I'm ready for photo wars with you.
Yes,
okay.
I'm ready, and I will win.
Prepare, guys, in 3, 2, go.
Okay, I am dropping down the highlights and opening up the shadows. I'm setting the white point, setting the black point to give it that nice sense of contrast. And I'm finding that the sunlight on the log is just way too bright. And remembering that principle that the eye of the viewer is always attracted to the brightest part of the photo. So I'm trying to reduce the brightness on that log.
Okay, Chris, what are you doing?
Well, I'm taking a slightly different approach. I've really took approach of taking advantage of the positions of the birds and cropping it a little bit differently than usual. More like a panoramic type of look. And then now I'm going for the basic settings of the white point and the black point, color temperature, getting that as well, getting it just right. The colors in this are just absolutely gorgeous. So a little bit of post-crop vignetting. I think this one deserves a little bit more than usual just because these colors are just so beautiful on these birds. And yeah, there's a little bit of a bright spot on this log, so I'm probably going to take care of that as well.
Heads up, guys. 54 seconds.
Oh, 54 seconds.
Oh, no, 54
okay.
seconds. That's not enough time. I need more time with this.
Yes.
These are really beautiful birds. I'm loving the clarity of this photo that Albert took. It's just, it's a stunner. And that's the thing. When you got your camera settings right in the field, it's like your post-processing becomes easy. You're not dealing with excessive noise and just other problems with the photo. This one is just easy.
25 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
2 totally different strategies here.
Yes, this is very different. I'm sure. I'm just so interested to see what Tim comes up with. when we are at the end of all this, right?
Well,
Okay.
rest assured, it'll be amazing, whatever I come
10.
up with.
9.
I'm darkening some of that bokeh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. Hands off the keyboard. Awesome.
I keep thinking someone's giving us a call.
I chose to crop in tight on the bodies of the birds. I made a conscious decision to actually clip off all those back feathers because I wanted to see more of the personality of the faces of the birds. And by cropping off those long tails, it brought the bodies and the heads and the faces of the birds tighter.
So for mine, I have this firm belief of not cutting off birds' bodies. I don't want to kill two birds with an edit, not a stone. The other thing I did is there's a lot of brightness on that branch of the bird to the left, so I've darkened that a little bit, and I made it long and panoramic thin because the birds are also long and panoramic. I like the colors on your version, and I do like being able to see the personality of those eyes and the faces, but I do like the crop on mine. So I think we might. What about you?
So what I did on mine, I used a brush and I brushed over both of the bodies of the birds, including the heads and especially the eyes, and I brightened up those bodies, and then I offset that brightness and made it look less fake by adding dehaze. And that's
Right.
like the ultimate thing you can do to counterbalance something that you've brightened using your brush is use the dehaze. So I did that, and that's why when we look at the body on the birds on my edit that we're seeing right now,
Right.
and now I go to your edit, and they're just not as vivid, not
No, it isn't.
as punchy on the bodies. So we'll leave it up to the audience to decide who is it going to be. So drop a comment in the chat.
Okay, next photo. Okay. Photographers, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Okay, this photo was taken by Leanne Leach, and she is from Alberta, Canada. And I'm loving what she has got going on with the sky in this photo. And we've got beautiful reflections as well. So I want to make sure that I am treating the sky as its own unique part of the photo. And I'm going to give it a bit of darkening.
Okay, Chris, what is your strategy here?
Yeah, oddly enough, I think Tim and I think very alike because we were doing exactly the same thing.
How is that odd?
We were
You're
both
saying
treating,
oddly enough.
yes, but we were both treating. We want to treat that sky very specially, just because it is got some nice drama in there. We want to make sure we can take care of that drama and give it some real pizzazz, right? That's what makes some of these images so much nicer to look at. Now, of course, I am going to consider adding a little bit of the post-crop vignetting just to get that focus
Heads up,
into
1
that
minute.
more of that center mountain, which is absolutely beautiful. Going right back to the main global settings. That way I can apply a little bit of clarity and texture to this image just to get a little bit more of the details coming out in that mountain with all those rocks falling down. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah, it's just a gorgeous photo. I'm actually really enjoying when you're talking because I'm able to think more.
30 seconds. 30 seconds,
It gives you a
photographers.
little more of a chance to,
Yeah, that's right.
to get ahead,
Because I
right?
can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
Right. So
Yeah, it's difficult to talk while you're editing a photo as fast as you can. But I'm putting a post-crop vignette on the photo as well. And I'm liking what I've done with that crop. I think there was too much
10 seconds.
sky. And yeah, I'm going to call this done as it is. My hands are up.
okay, I'm done
Okay.
too.
I surrender.
All right, okay. Let's get this done.
And on this one, I decided that there was too much sky on the original edit. Like there was just an unnecessary amount of sky up above. So I cropped down on it. I also brightened up the mountain and then offset that brightness with some dehaze. I had brushed over the mountain. I did an edit just on the sky, and I added dehaze to the sky to make it a little more punchy.
I think mine's a lot warmer than yours. I actually kept the sky in because I felt like that bit of sunlight hitting the cloud on the top left-hand corner, the angle in which it's going at points towards the mountain, and so does the grass at the bottom from the left-hand corners towards the mountain. So it creates kind of like an X pointing towards the mountain, a leading line. I did really darken that sky, added contrast, and just to make it look a lot more stormy. And because overall, if you look at the color of the clouds or where the sun is hitting the clouds, that is reflecting back on the ground, thus sort of the warmer color tones. So, yeah, I guess it's up to the voters to make their choice.
So let us know which one you find to be the winner there.
Okay, let's get ready. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so this photo was taken by myself about a week and a half ago, and both Chris and I edited this photo one time about a week ago. And so it's not like I have an unfair advantage just because it's my photo. But this is...
It's a beautiful photo, actually.
Yeah.
I really like that sunset. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it really is. I was hoping for clouds in the sky, and there were wispy clouds in the sky at the time that maybe an hour and a half before sunset, so I was getting all excited about it. And then by the time I got down to the beach, all the clouds went away. And so we have a completely cloudless sky here. But in any case, it's still a really serene looking kind of fine art style of photo.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
Why, thank you.
Yes, and what's your strategy right now, Tim?
I am trying to just brighten up a little bit on the pier. I find the
1
pier is
minute,
just a little bit
photographers.
too dark, and I want to take a quick stab at seeing if I can erase that sort of shadow of a person that's up there, and we will see if I can do that in such a short time. That's the problem. And now my computer, of course, is taking this opportunity to slow right down.
This is not the time to use AI, Tim.
Yeah, definitely not an AI moment, but
30 seconds.
oh no. Okay, get out of this zoom. Z for zoom. I think it's time to go to the color mixer. My secret weapon. It's let's enhance some orange. Let's enhance some yellows. And I don't think I need more blue. It's pretty freaking blue as it is. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Like this
Okay,
is
10 seconds.
this is fine art.
Oh, absolutely. And this is such a beautiful scene. This is what I love about landscape photography is you were actually out here looking at this video.
Okay, time's
Oh.
up. Hands off the keyboards.
Okay, we did it. We did 5 photos, 2 minutes each.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at your edit on the pier, and I'm seeing that you did not touch the crop.
That's right.
I'm seeing quite a bit of foreground on it. And you know what's going for this foreground? It's a smooth, non-textured foreground.
I like those ripples.
Yeah. And there's reflection coming off the foreground. So there's nothing really distracting. But I looked at that same thing and I kind of thought, I think that there's a little too much foreground here. It's just going on for too long. So I cropped off some of the bottom of the foreground, and that made the aspect ratio more like a pano, more like a 16:9. And it's just less foreground to look at and more of that leading line that goes from the right all the way down, disappearing on the left.
But otherwise, I think in terms of the overall color and mood, we are very similar in terms of what we ended up with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Outside of that.
It really similar edits. And I can see that you also got rid of that,
Yes.
that there was a shadow of a person up there. So you got rid of that. And I did that as well, but I have a little bit of an artifact left over.
Yes,
So-
and there's a second person that was under one of the arches of the lights.
Yeah. So I think that's Photo Wars.
Yes.
We have gone to battle, and now it is up to the audience to decide who was the overall winner. So leave a comment in the chat and tell us who was the winner. Tell us why you like each photo. And if we get enough comments, we will do this again because we really want to know. Did you like this? Please let us know.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching
Thank
Photo
you.
Wars. See you in the next battle.
Next time, yes.